Nathan had never believed in hypnotism, but after weeks of sleepless nights and restless days, he found himself standing in front of a small, dimly lit office. The sign on the door read, "Crystal, Hypnotist." It seemed mysterious, but something about the name tugged at him, as if he had no choice but to step inside. The air inside was warm and fragrant, scented with a mix of lavender and something deeper like sandalwood. The room was cozy with heavy velvet curtains drawn tightly against the world outside. It felt safe, secluded. In the center sat Crystal herself, a striking woman with long, raven black hair that spilled over her shoulders like a waterfall, framing her delicate face. Her eyes were dark, almost mesmerizing, even before she spoke. "Welcome, Nathan," she said in a low, soothing voice, gesturing for him to sit on the plush chair in front of her. "Relax. You're in good hands." He nodded and sat down, feeling a strange calm settle over him, as though her voice had already started working its magic. Crystal's hair shimmered faintly in the soft lamplight, and her smile was inviting, confident. He suddenly couldn't remember why he had ever doubted hypnotism. "I'm going to guide you into a state of deep relaxation," she said, her tone soft, almost a whisper. "All you have to do is listen to my voice. Just let everything go. Let the world disappear." Nathan closed his eyes as she instructed, his breath slowing as her words wove through his mind. She began with the usual prompts, telling him to focus on his breathing, feel the tension drain from his muscles, imagine a heavy weight being lifted off his shoulders. Her voice was like a soft melody, lulling him deeper into a peaceful abyss. "Feel your body growing heavier," she whispered. "Let yourself sink into the chair. Every word I speak brings you deeper, makes you more relaxed." Nathan felt a warm, comforting heaviness settle over him, his limbs slack, his thoughts drifting further away. Her words became the only thing tethering him to the room, to reality. It was as if her voice was all that existed. "Deeper, deeper." Crystal's words wrapped around him like velvet, coaxing him further down. "And now, Nathan, you're going to let go completely. Nothing else matters but my voice." He couldn't tell how much time had passed. It could have been minutes, hours, or an eternity. There was only her voice, soft and commanding, leading him deeper into a place where his mind no longer resisted. "And now, Nathan," she whispered, her tone shifting subtly, almost possessive. "When you wake, you will feel completely at peace. You will wake when I tell you to." There was a silence, and in that void, Nathan floated weightlessly. His body felt distant, like it wasn't even his anymore. Her words swirled through his mind, leaving him with nothing but a sense of surrender. "Wake." His eyes fluttered open slowly. The room seemed hazy, dreamlike, as if he were still halfway between worlds, But something was off. He wasn't in the chair anymore. He blinked, realizing that he was on his knees, kneeling before Crystal, who stood in front of him, her dark hair cascading down her shoulders like silk. His heart pounded in his chest, but his body felt oddly calm, as if it were natural to be kneeling there. He looked up at her, and her gaze was serene, yet there was a glimmer of control in her eyes, as if she had known this would happen all along. "You're right where you need to be, Nathan," Crystal said softly, her fingers brushing through her hair as she smiled down at him. "Doesn't it feel good to let go? To surrender?" Nathan swallowed, unable to form words. His mind was a blur, still dazed from the trance, yet he felt no urge to stand, no desire to resist. Kneeling in front of her felt strangely right. A part of him wondered if this was what he'd come for all along without even realizing it. "You did so well," she murmured, her voice like a balm, soothing any lingering tension in his body. "You don't have to think anymore, Nathan. Just let me guide you." As her words washed over him, a deep sense of peace settled within him, and he realized that whatever she had done, whatever spell she had woven, he was completely under it. And maybe, just maybe, he didn't want to break free.